I would hate to have to try to pay to heat that humble abode of yours. You know. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want to help us pay the light, you can donate to the podcast. Hashtag Seven Da Pantha. It's all good. You can donate and help us out. We ain't tripping. Dog. We are not tripping.
Cash that bougie electric.
Yeah, I mean, shit, bro. This is I seen some wild shit. And I want to start right here. Like we ain't really not to say start right here, but I mean it is something that's kind of gonna. So this is the thing. This is the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Master, you want to give him a little background on the nature of
so
that's creepy as shit.
Over the weekend there was a UFC bout. Now I'm not too familiar with UFC because I was always more into boxing. I follow a couple fighters for UFC, but dude that is on the screen, his name's Allen. Apparently he was one of the champs or something. I don't know. He was one of the headliners. On his way out, this random hand jumped in front of the camera, and the presumption by a lot of people is this person was showing off a victim of his, and this guy is a serial killer.
Whoa.
Now,
so this is completely unconfirmed. This is just apparently there were some signs from what is being seen in the video that have been seen in a string somewhere. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, when the video got pulled, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, yeah, sure.
Now,
So I got a question. So is that the UFC's fighter? Is that the victim? Right, like is he the potential the suspected murderer, or is the guy that stuck his hand in?
The person holding the
person
holding the phone.
His hand in. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was just some
I know about
dude in the
serial killers
crowd.
wanting to sit there and tell about their kills and stuff, but damn, to sit there and be like, check this out. That's
I got this one.
Snitching on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
apparently they're doing some investigating to see if they can find footage of the person, because obviously they can start to backtrack a little bit. But if homie has a hat on or something, like if he did his business and he knew where the cameras were, it's not the first time a serial killer has fucked with people. So I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that's what the internet says it is. The internet.
They talking crazy in the Reddit streets.
Oh,
Reddit streets is full of conjecture. I tell you. But it brings up an interesting question for me. Like, we move around a lot. We've all been a lot of places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how often do you think it is that we might potentially literally be standing around like Ted Bundy Jr. or the Orange River Killer or some shit and we don't know it? You know what I'm saying? Like, but sometimes you get them weirdo vibes from a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You be like, this motherfucker is off. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping my eyes on you. But like, think about it. Like, really? Like, what do you think the percentage is of chances that we've been in? Like 20?
1 out of 20. 1 out of 20.
What are the chances that it's ever happened, or what are the chances on a regular basis?
1 out of 20. One out of every 20 people you meet.
Yeah, I was about to say the chances of it ever happening, I guarantee it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's almost guaranteed. With how often we travel, yeah, it's practically guaranteed. How often would be the question, I guess, and that's the thing. Like you know the old adage, like at any given point there's a spider at least like 5 feet from you, and you just don't know it. That's kind of what I assume about serial killers too.
Yep.
It's like they always close. You just don't know it.
You just don't know.
That man, that's good. I be thinking about it because, like, think about. All right, so check it. So, like recently, within the last few months, we've done a couple of times we had to go out to a really small town. You know what I'm saying? And some of the places that we traveled through, making our way to that small town, just got me thinking. Like, it's a lot of dead people buried over here, and they dead people buried over here that ain't supposed to be. Like, don't nobody even know they there, and that's all I think every time I see it. So when I saw that, I was like, That's a bold motherfucker. But you made a very valid point. If he's a person who's aware enough to know, do it before I go. I'm gonna make sure that I'm obscured in enough of a way that they're not like, bro. Okay. Another question, completely veered left. I heard a conversation, and I want to get y'all take on this because it made me think. Because we all have significant others, but we also all, you know what I'm saying, fairly busy individuals. So, like, say for instance, I won't put it on. Yes, I will. I'll say this. Say P, since you have the big beautiful house, if P's having a birthday party, Monster, you and I are attending the birthday party, but for whatever reason, our significant others aren't able to come. Okay. In an instance like that, how long is too long to stay? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at a point, it's kind of like, well, if we was here together, it wouldn't matter how long we stayed because we're here together. But at a point, I got to acknowledge the fact that this person's sitting at home, like, you know what I mean? So, just out of curiosity, just to get y'all take on that. I'm just curious.
So the one thing that I'll say,
it's my party, right? So I kind of have to stay.
Okay, in your case, it's one of our parties.
All right.
So what I'm going to preface this with saying, and it might affect the answers because specifically for the three of us, it doesn't matter what the situation is. If we're at a show, if we're at a party that one or the other is throwing, if we're just saying that we're going over for a meeting, my lady knows that work is going to be discussed and I'm going to be gone for a significant amount of time. The moment that I say, yo, I got to make a move with Sev or I got to make a move with P, she's like, well, I'll see you, in February. And like she just runs it. Like she knows that like there is no time frame. Like I told her what we were doing the other night when we had our meeting. And I was like, it's going to be a little bit of time. We got to go over a few things, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, yeah, just go. And sure enough, like, it takes some time. But yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think I got home right before midnight.
Right. So I'm just the opposite, right? Like as soon as I'm done with whatever business or I give like an allotted amount of time, like 2 hours, an hour and a half at the party, that's all you're getting out of me. Just because I don't like people.
Yeah.
I don't like being around people that long. It's weird being in a situation where I'm not behind the camera, right? So I can kind of deflect a little bit. And if I have to actually interact with people, you're getting 2 hours out of me tops somehow.
See, y'all niggas got the cheat code.
Party. Yeah.
Y'all got the
I'm
cheat
saying
code.
the work comes in.
Because motherfuckers be running from cameras.
Yeah.
So we out and about doing our thing, and both of y'all gimbal and all the shit going on. Guess who they coming to talk to? I'm gonna go talk to the rapper. Get the fuck away from me, man. I just got done rapping for 30 minutes. What the fuck make you think I want to talk to you? Like, I'm joking. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joking. Come please, come talk to me. It's cool. But
I told him to. Don't worry, I'll tell him to.
Unless I got that look, I have. If it's a certain look that if I have it on my face, you'll know it when you see it. That means probably you shouldn't do it right there. Like you should probably just like go.
Even if I don't have the camera, I always have the look
all the time.
So nobody come and talk to me anyway. Like they won't come to mess with me if I got the camera. That's true. But even when I put the camera down, even if I'm just outside smoking, they're like, nah. Hey, Mojo.
And that's what I'm thinking in the head.
Yep.
They're thinking
Mojo's
in the head
like,
20. Yeah.
Mojo's like, huh? What? What do you want?
Puts the hoodie on.
Like,
puts the hoodie on, closing it up. Disappears.
Yeah. What do you want? Nah, funniest shit in the world. One time a motherfucker was talking to me, and it was at a show. I had just got done performing, and he was trying to get me to come perform somewhere else. And he was like, yeah, man, so we got this event going on, blah, 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 blah. He's just shooting. And I ain't even paying attention. I'm just like, hold up. Hey, yo, go talk to my manager, yo. And he was like, he looked at Monster and was like, I mean, we talking right now, though, right? Like, I mean, like, you can't just relate it to him. I was like, that's funny. But okay, go ahead, man. Just start from the beginning because I wasn't listening. Go ahead. So he told me all the details, blah blah blah. But I was dying laughing, and I was like, "Yo, there's no way I'm doing this dude's show. He's a pussy."
Yeah, I was about to say, I might have told you not to do the show just because he was a bitch.
Right.
Oh my god, yo, that shit was crazy. Oh shit. Oh, while I'm at it, while I'm thinking, while it's fresh on my brain, while we was talking about shows, those of y'all in the southwestern part of the country, and I'm not sure exactly how far they're going, but K Burns is about to go on tour, and our brother in arms, Edomad Assassin, will be on the road with him. It's gonna be crazy. As a matter of fact, at the Payday LA show, there might be a certain bald, dark-skinned gentleman that you're listening to talking right now on the bill as well. So,
it's me.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Monster.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dead ass though. LA coming back, yo. Payday LA, November the 20. I can't remember. I'll tell y'all in the next part. I'll put it 28th, November 28th. Ta-da! Yeah. There it is. That's why he the manager and I'm the rapper. November 28th, we'll be rocking that Payday LA, man. We'll be there. It's gonna be fun. If all goes according to plan, I'll have some shit y'all can buy while y'all there, you know what I'm saying? But even if I don't, just come fuck with me, man. It'll be good to see y'all. It's been a while, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while. Matter of fact, it's been since Edomad Assassin's birthday. No doubt. No doubt. Oh man. Yes, indeed, man. Shout out Queen Candy Cole, Born Allah. Born Allah get up there and say he about to talk raggedy to rappers, yo. I love that dude.
Born's my guy.
Oh, Born is ill, yo. And then he get up there and do it. He don't just say it. He get up there and do it. Like, yo, that shit is crazy, man. But yeah, man. Edomad Assassin. Edomad Assassin told me something once. And I've kind of tried to stick to it and kind of internalize it as a mantra for myself. Would you like to know what he told me?
You smoke too much.
He has told me that too, though. But nah, he told me something totally different.
Last week.
Huh?
I told you that last week. That was last week.
Yeah, pretty much. It might have been yesterday now that I think about it. I don't know. That's anyway. Man, leave me alone.
I'm flyer than everybody. Everybody on cloud 9, higher than everybody. We stepping out on the town, we slide at every party. Shining extra guard, we flyer than everybody. Yeah, I'm flyer than everybody. Find me on cloud 9, higher than everybody.
So what was the advice? I didn't want to interrupt, but it was just too funny.
Nah, the thing that he told me, we just heard it. He said, don't ever forget, you flyer than everybody. Get that shit, man. Stop bullshitting. And I was like, word is bond, my nigga. And I've been pedal to the middle ever since talking about shit. I don't care. Yeah, man. Welcome to the party. Glad y'all here, man. We having a good time. Oh, look, I do want to warn y'all ahead of time. At a very soon moment, it's not gonna be too heavy tonight. But the name of the show is gonna get a little heavy because there's a whole lot happening that we want to talk to y'all about. But the problem is the way things happen. Sometimes you gotta wait for shit to shake, so then you can see. There we go. That's the real story right there. See, people, I keep noticing people talking about shit and it's going here. Y'all not getting the real story. Y'all keep talking about all the little shit. Tell the real story. Because if you tell the real story, the response is going to be a whole lot different than what you get right now. But y'all know what time it is, man. I hope y'all ready. Welcome. I'm Seven Da Pantha, a.k.a. the Carolina Hurricane Ridiculous Slang, a.k.a. your baby mama's favorite rapper, a.k.a. Pie Strickland, if you're getting the point. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, you already know I got the gang with me. Y'all know I know how this go. I'm well-versed at this juncture. Yo, P, how you doing, man? How was your week?
Good. How you doing?
Maintaining, man. Well, I mean, I know I seen you, part of the weekend, but like since that and prior to, like, what you been up to?
Prior to. So, like I said, it's Libra season, so it's birthday month for a lot of our homies. Been to a lot of birthday party celebrations. Velvet Vapor was having several different parties happening. 1111 just opened up with their soft open for Julie C's party. end up hanging. I guess Gabriel Trodros has another 20-year anniversary for one of his albums that came out back in the day. That's gonna be this weekend coming up.
Damn.
And then King Chasm's got something going on. There's a lot going on. I've been just trying to get my calendar ready so I can sit there and be able to cover all this stuff and be there and be a part of this stuff that's happening.
I thought Chasm was moving.
What's that?
I thought Chasm was moving to Cali or something. I thought Chasm was moving out of Seattle. Am I wrong?
This might be his going away. This might be, but I know him and his wife just dropped a collection, a little jazzy joint that they did, a little something different. And they're having a release party.
They just dropped the baby. I was about to be like, he talking about that shit like an album.
No. I wish. I mean, congratulations, man. I mean, like,
no doubt. Salute King Chasm and Chasm, most definitely. Salute to y'all, man. 206 Zulu was some of the first people to embrace me when I moved here. So yeah, salute to all of them. Salute to the whole squad. Oh man, that's dope, man. Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy because being a photographer, videographer, director, the way that you view things, like the whole shit is funny for me when I see y'all. Like I be watching y'all sometimes, and I'm like, you know what? They see this whole thing completely different than the way I see it because we literally here for the same reason and totally different reasons at the same time. So the way I'm seeing this is from the standpoint of the artist, not just the artist, but just I don't have to worry about some of the things that they do, blocking space, fuckers getting in the way. I don't got to worry about none of that shit. When I get on stage, your ass can't come up here with me. It's all good. So, you know what I'm saying? But they're constantly working because there's capturing the spot, capturing the other acts, and capturing, sound chamber acts. So, yeah, man, I admire y'all. Salute y'all for real because I would probably go insane trying to do that shit. Monster, how was your weekend, man?
So tentative.
All right, so check this bullshit out. Like, so I had to go over to Eastern Washington over the weekend. Now that already, like, there's too many whites over there. That already made me uncomfortable. Like, I'm in a bad environment, but I'm in like the sticks. Like, so I'm around the whitest of the whites, but. So it's already bad. So I try and stay inside as much as possible. So like we do what we have to do, but then immediately it's okay, back to the hotel, bang. Okay. And now the problem is like when we're in the hotel, like I bring my router, but it like connecting. So I just, we'll watch TV sometimes. It's not really the only time that I actually watch TV. And the greatest thing is the commercials. I had two experiences. One, like very first commercial that comes on, this girl comes on screen and her shirt says DPF. Yeah, and the company is called Direct to Film. Yeah. The thing is, they leaned into it because, like, she's talking to some dude, and then this tall, like, white-looking motherfucker come on screen, and he's like, "I'm DTF." Are we talking about the same thing? And she just looks at him, and then it cuts to like the title screen. So they leaned into it, and I was like, "Y'all know what you done." And then, yeah. So that's the first one. Now, I'm not going to call out names on who did this on the next commercial. But another commercial comes on, right? And we got a couple people there. And I don't even know what they're talking about because I don't pay attention a lot to commercials. But this like couple comes up on screen, they're sitting on a couch and they're saying some shit. And then another couple pops up and they're saying some shit. And then another couple pops up and they're little people. And one of the people that I'm with is chilling like this. And the little people pop up on screen and all they do is go, huh? Just one little chuckle. And I was like, damn. And I was like, I just shook my head, but I kept it rolling, right? But the thing is, the next commercial break, same commercial comes on, because apparently only 4 or 5 commercials, like people, like companies run commercials these days. Same commercial comes on, and it's a commercial about bullying. And I was like, this is amazing. So it came on again. And I like, because I see the first couple again, I look over at homie because I know what's coming. But then I'm listening and they're like, bullying is an epidemic. And I was like, oh, this is great. So I'm sitting there staring because now this motherfucker knows what the commercial's about too. And just waiting. And sure enough, little people pop up on the screen, looks me dead in the eye and goes, what?
He don't care. He's like,
was like,
I don't give a fuck. I'm laughing. Oh, yo, that shit is funny as hell.
So
little people are
the
hilarious.
commercials are going in between like 5-episode run of Forensic Files that we watched. And in those 5 episodes of Forensic Files, 3 of the killers were found because after they either raped and then killed somebody or killed somebody and then raped them, they wiped their dick off with a house rag and then like tossed it. So, yeah, I didn't know that it was like an epidemic of just like cleaning your shit with what you have around you and then just leaving evidence. One person even tried to burn the place down, but when they threw the rag, it was crumpled. So even though the rag got singed, like when they spread it out again, they was like, oh yeah, no, he wiped his dick on this, y'all. And they caught him. 3 out of the 5. I was like,
look at all that come.
Yeah. Straight jizzle, bro. It's a real thing. Dead serious. I will show you the episodes. Yep. But the last one was the best.
Oh, shit.
Because this girl dies.
Oh shit.
She got beat. All this stuff, right? And this little old lady pops up on the thing, and it's documentary style. And all of a sudden you can tell real quick that this grandma don't play. So she's sitting there talking about all these things that her granddaughter liked. And she was like, but you know what she really liked? Life. She liked living. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, but she did. I bet she was all about that life.
I was like, you know what?
That life.
You ain't wrong, Grandma.
Yo, hey.
Episode goes through. At the end of the episode, she was like, you know, like they get convicted, and she was like, you know, they say that sinners shouldn't throw stones. I'm gonna throw all them stones. I was like, Grandma is coming for smoke. I hope these dudes got life in prison, because if they get out, they just got a death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm trying
it's safer.
The funniest shit in the world, the wildest shit I seen in the world, and I think I seen it not long after it actually happened, because they showed it on the national news.
Mm-hmm.
There's a father in California. I don't know if I talked about this on here before now. There's a father whose son got kidnapped by his karate teacher. Okay. I think they was from up here somewhere. So the teacher takes the kid and runs to Cali. And telling people the kid is his kid, but the whole time he, you know, essaying them left and right. You know what I'm saying? The whole 9 yards. So finally they catch the nigga. Well, they catch him.
That's a crack.
The kid, oh yeah, for sure. The kid gets home, you know what I'm saying, trying to get his life together. They held him in California for a bit. Then they finally extradite him back. As he walking through the airport. This is, and you know, you could tell this back in the day, because the motherfucker was at the payphone in the airport smoking a cigarette at the airport. So like, so the son walking through, and it wasn't Vegas. Right. You know what I'm saying? So some walking through, and all of a sudden, homie on the phone dropped that shit, turned around, and was like, boom, shot that motherfucker dead in the head. It was the kid's pops. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I was like, And do you know this motherfucker didn't go to jail?
Mm-mm.
No,
This is 80s.
He didn't go to jail.
Dang.
He didn't go to jail. As a matter of fact, the judge was like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what y'all thought was about to happen. Take your ass home. Because if he came in my courtroom, he was gonna get the same shit. It was just gonna have to happen a different way. But it's over for him. You just saved us a whole lot of money. Get right here. Take your ass to the crib. Take your ass to the crib.
Last thing that happened, my girl set me up, and this was like the pinnacle of my bullshit weekend. So, you know, like in the cars, I got the bottle of hand sanitizer over in the, you know, the passenger seat. Both cars, even in her car, I was like, bang, sanitizer. I was like, yo, I got done doing the gas and everything. We was on the road. I was like, yo, give me the hand sanitizer. She was like, I can't find it, but here, you can have the one from my purse. I was like, whatever, just the hand sanitizer, right? She gave me the sanitizer, but it's in like a nondescript bottle. Like, you know, where she put the sanitizer in the bottle, right? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, because I know that she does that shit. She'll be frugal and like, you know, get a small one for her purse, you know, fill it up from one that we already have, whatever. So I put that shit in my hand. I start rubbing it around, but the thing is, it ain't disappearing. She did me, yo.
She gave you baby oil?
She gave me the baby oil. She
oh no.
She gave me the Johnson & Johnson.
Oh no.
It just kept spreading. I was like, what the fuck have you done to me, man?
He said it's just
it's so now it's all over the steering wheel.
Hey, bro, she set me up. I'm sitting there driving like this with my fucking knees, trying to get back to the fucking gas station. You ever flip the U with your knees and your elbow? I walked up into the gas station. I was talking to homie and I was like, hey, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't gotta buy nothing, but I will. I gotta use your bathroom. Look, he was like, just go.
You look like you've been jacking off an elephant
lately.
That's what I said.
Only this. Go ahead. Don't pay me enough for this. I know what you need.
Yep. He was like, nope, just go. I was like, thank you. And the thing is, I get out of the bathroom and, you know, I was just getting ready to say thank you. He's gone. New girl at the register. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. He was like, nope, I ain't gonna be here for how this ends.
I don't want
that. End of my shift, man. I'm going home. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm clocking out though.
Hey, I'm about to
There's somebody in the bathroom.
Hit this cig right quick. I'm about to go hit this right quick. Do what you gotta do. I'll be back. That's exactly what the fuck he told her.
I was mad as hell.
But no,
he's like, I don't want none of your Diddy action.
Yep.
You know what's crazy? You know what? Funny you said that. Very funny you said that.
To the wildest party of your life
comes a story about the life of every party.
D, you make the night shine.
And the secret that could bring it all crashing down.
They can't find out. Not about.
Bro. Wow.
I want to go see that. If that's a real movie, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I am first in line for that ticket because I'm going to laugh my ass off. That has got to be the greatest movie ever.
I seen the Sora shit up there. That definitely ain't no real movie.
But you know how they did the Deadpool movie? If it gets popular enough.
Oh yeah. Please believe it. Please believe it. You can count on that shit. Hell yeah. Oh,
would you think Pixar would do it? Because I think Disney would be implicated, wouldn't they? Aren't they already on the list? Or is that Epstein?
I mean,
I'm confused.
Disney don't care just as long as it got $1 attached to it.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Like, realistically speaking, I think the thing that has come out that has been, you know, the thing that fucked my head up the most when I heard it was when somebody told me, hey, you know, Walt Disney. I said, what? Like, and I mean, I'm small as fuck. So like, but in my brain, you know what I'm saying? Walt Disney movies is cool. You know what I'm saying? The animation's dope and then you telling me the person responsible for this don't even like niggas. So I'm like, oh, well, fuck Walt Disney then. So, but it just made me think, man. It's crazy. You know what? The funniest shit in the world to me right now is how the universe brings shit to the point where it's supposed to be. I love that shit. I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better.
Dinner is cold, woman.
Daddy, are you ever coming back?
I don't know, man.
Disney Pixar presents Finding Milk.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Racist as fuck. Racist as fuck.
Daddy, are you ever coming back? Come on, what?
Man, the way he said that, I don't know. I thought this dude was going to war.
No.
Yeah.
He's going out to get some milk and a cigarette. Shit.
Yeah.
That first line
Oh, he
was
want to get both of
cold-blooded.
them motherfuckers.
This chicken's cold, woman.
Yeah. This chicken's cold, woman. Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you something good. And the fucked up part about it is they'll fuck around and do it. And motherfuckers would be like, but they made this movie.
Mm-hmm.
What? No. And what's your point? I hate the whole false equivalence that motherfuckers be trying to use, and then trying to. So I saw a person, and he and I were having a disagreement because he said he was talking about he who shall not be named, who sings that really popular song about believing he can fly. We were talking about him, and he brings up the other guy who will go without being named, even though he had an island that a bunch of rich, sick motherfuckers was going to. Okay, so we're talking about those two individuals, and he was like, well, if island nigga, they was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't getting ready to really do no time. They was gonna fuck around and let him go. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, but he did. Don't matter. You know what? They did let him go to the upper room.
Yeah.
That's exactly where he went. They said, well, but they letting all these other motherfuckers run loose. But the nigga that think he can fly, hey dog, don't matter. You ain't gonna get them all. Sure, I get it. Is it fair? Not at all. Life ain't fair. But you still a nasty motherfucker and deserve to get what the fuck you get. Matter of fact, you deserve worse than that. I ain't even gonna get into it, but I'm gonna say it do make me think about my man Willie. You know what I'm saying? From Melanin Mysteries, and you know, a certain particular cat that he be talking about. Your whole nickname in that bitch should be Bucci, nigga. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I gotta holler at Willie, man. We gotta get him on here, but to roll on with us on the episode. We got to. That motherfucker is crazy. Oh shit. Oh man. No. I was trying to explain to one of my coworkers. She's 23. We was talking about gas prices one day, and I was like, you know, it's crazy that I can tell somebody that I went somewhere and saw gas for $3 a gallon, and that was a great price. You know how I don't think you understand how odd that feels for me. And she was like, "What you mean?" I said, "Motherfucker, gas was 89 cents a gallon at a point when I was a kid." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We thought it was crazy when it was 150. You know what I mean?
So when it broke $1, it was like, yo, nah.
Yeah, wow.
Yep. That's why I get upset. Like we all debated whether we were going to be driving or not. We started working out carpool before carpool was carpool because they went up to $1.05 in Cali. I was like, no, hell no, I can't drive $1.05. 50 cents to $1.05.
$1.05. Y'all trying to take all my money?
$5. Yeah, right. $5 just to get a gallon now. Sure. Smell some gas. $7.50.
That's it, really feel. Well, it ain't just us, man. It ain't just us. And as a matter of fact, it's kind of an epidemic. It's everywhere. Like,
some evil shit going on in the city right now, nigga. Some nigga riding around this bitch on 99 cents of gas. That nigga put a 0.3 of gas in his shit. Where the fuck you trying to go? Over there, nigga?
I don't know where that nigga went, but you talking too loud because he close.
You remember the corner. Do you
see where that name over there? I don't know where he went when you talking too loud because he close. That shit is crazy. Oh man. But I laughed like hell when I saw that around.
If he turned around and the dude was standing right there looking all mad like,
you got jokes? Nah, nigga, I got gas.
Yeah. Ain't none of us on this call gonna act like we ain't had to get to the spot. and we was like, "Yo, I gotta get something in there. What I got in the car." And yo, that 99 cent got you there though.
I did a whole lot of that before gas was $5 a gallon. Like now, there is no way in hell I'm putting that. If I got to put 99 cents in this motherfucker, I'm gonna take that 99 cent and catch the motherfucking bus. Because that shit ain't getting ready to do shit in this car now. Like, God, where he going? Over there? That shit funny as hell. Bro, I died when I saw that shit. I was like, yo, that's funny because I would be asking the same fucking question. Like, I would be asking the same fucking question. Like, oh man. Oh, I saw a funny ass video the other day, and it was a dude. He got pulled over. He got pulled over by the police, and as soon as he got pulled over, he stood up out of the car. I thought it was odd at first. Now, mind you, this guy was not. He was white, so like he got it. He stood up out of the car.
Because you keep saying is, not was.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. He's still alive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The
officer walked up to him. Now, mind you, I honestly feel like this might be AI in hindsight because there's no way that this was gonna go down this way. But the cop walked up on him, and you couldn't really hear what they were saying, but they was talking very animatedly with one another. And so the white dude was like, such, and the officer was like, da-da-da-da-da, this close to his face, and the white dude was like, pow, and slapped him. But it wasn't like a hard reach back to Kansas and knock your teeth out your face slap. It was just one of them, how dare you? And so the cop, how dared you back? And they stared at each other for a second. And then they both walked off and got in their cars and drove the fuck away. And I was like, well, hold up. How the fuck does that happen?
Because they didn't know we couldn't do that.
Because I would totally do that. I would just slap the crap out of the cop. I'll take the slap back. That's fine. But as long as we get to walk away and I'm not dead at the end of that slap. If this is the new rules, I'm down with it. I will take a slap.
Because you know you can't do that.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
See, he didn't know he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not that.
You see, yeah, you know you can't. Rodney King didn't even slap nobody. Like, like the nigga was just driving fast. Like I'm saying, I mean,
he was not driving fast. He was in a Hyundai. There is no driving fast in a Hyundai,
no,
especially the year he had.
They was like, "Do you know how fast you were driving?" He was like, "Nope." They were like, "He's just running."
That's it. That's all it was. Oh my goodness, that shit is wild. But I feel like people should understand a willed power that is. You know what? I think somebody else can say it better than I can. I think somebody else can say it better because I be talking crazy.
Oh, man, look. What are you talking about?
Hey, stop.
Say something. Back up.
Stop.
Say something.
Stop.
Hey, bro. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Great power comes great responsibility.
He got shocked into a life lesson.
Back to school special.
Yo, he should have just slapped him.
Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? He would have been able to walk away, no problem. He was white, had his shirt off, looked like he's from like Alabama or something.
Oh man.
So anybody that walks up saying "tase me, bro," like they either one have never been tased, or two are not high enough. There's been plenty of people that have been plenty high that have been tased, and they're like, and
no.
Is that all you?
You got to fit one of the criteria. Like, if you got it and you know you can take it, then okay. Otherwise, you better get a little bit more high than that.
See, I don't know. I'm here to serve and protect if I'm the cop. You know what I mean? I'm here to serve. So he asked for it. I'm just going to give it to him. You want to take it's not lethal. You ain't going, well, you may die, but you ain't, it's not intended for you to die. And so, you know.
Even if you died, you asked me.
You asked me for it. I'm just doing a service.
Yo, I literally got out of being suspended, but exactly that way before. It was my junior year in high school. Me and this guy get into a fight in one of the offbeat hallways because we know we could get it on back there and ain't nobody gonna break it up.
Oh, he heard you talking about fighting.
Uh-oh. So we, you know what I'm saying? Then we end up getting caught. Go to the office talking. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, why did you hit him? Because he asked me to. He said, hit me then. So I did. He was like, now this was an assistant principal, not the main. The main principal would have just, he ain't fuck with me anyway, so he would have just sent me home immediately. But he was like, well, I mean, he kind of has a point. The other dude was like, but he was like, nope. He was like, well, I was defending myself. He was like, it doesn't work like that.
You asked him to hit you.
You asked him to hit you. It didn't work like that. So I
but Sev, with great power comes great responsibility.
And Uncle Ben's. Oh shit.
Cooked rice.
Yo, that is wild, yo. Now I gotta preface this beforehand before I do this. I'm gonna play this video. But before when I finish playing this video, I don't want us to say nothing. Monster, I need you to be the first one to comment on this video.
What they do now?
Oh,
right.
Okay. I'm out.
Come on, baby.
This is funny. Oh, and the fucked up part. Oh, wait a minute. What happened? Oh, it did.
Oh, it's evil.
Stop doing it. Stop, nigga. We already know how cheap this motherfucker is. We already know he went over there. We don't need to hear about it again. He ain't went no farther since then. If that's all the gas he got, shit.
It would have been worth it.
He's still there.
You ain't lying. He's still there. Yeah, he's chilling right now, waiting. He like, yo, man.
I'm so pale.
Your Honor.
Oh, wow.
Today, snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands. 1 of 3 inches of snow fell in Seattle.
Pete, did you hear that? Pete, yeah. Pete, did you hear that? Wait, listen to this.
I'm so pale.
Your Honor.
Today, snow is crippling much of.
Shut the fuck up. Monster, please tell me something.
All right, so she's one of them rice crackers, like real brittle cracker. Like she saw herself on camera and the desperation. Like, did you hear the desperation in her voice?
Yes.
Like she's an innocent, but yeah, like she knows she done wrong. Now, the thing is, when she finally got back into mode, like she completely changed up, and of course she's reporting on the snow. Of course,
yeah.
And that's what sparked it. But damn, yeah, that's some certified self-hate right there. I condone this message. You were pale as fuck, lady.
I'm so pale.
I'm so pale.
Like a monster up here.
Yeah, nothing.
Like during the winter.
Did y'all hear like the twang that came out?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was like, "No, we live, motherfucker."
Yeah, she turned on her reporter voice.
So today in the snow, I was just in the snow before I came out here. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
The snowstorm already started in the dressing room.
Yeah, that was the problem. She saw the snow on the screen and she thought it was her.
Oh,
I can see that.
Damn.
Absolutely, I can see that.
They had her green screen, but she was like blending into the screen. They was like, we don't know which green? White is white.
It's just a
suit.
Wow. Like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
In a pantsuit. Oh shit. Watch out now. Oh man. Oh my God. That shit fucked my head up the first time I heard it. I was like, it sounds like she got a ghost crawling out her mouth. And I'm so pale. What? But why? Take your ass outside. What the fuck is wrong with you?
There's 2 inches of snow.
She just needs a little bit more spice in her food. That's all. She'll feel better.
Oh yeah, she need to go.
What you don't know. See what you don't know is she's the Disney princess from last week. She just had that wig on, that blonde wig. It's the same voice. No, the same voice, the same shit. I'm so pale.
Hell yeah.
See,
she's going back out for the
if
Snow
that
White.
video would have kept going, that's what she said afterwards. When homie said what he said, she was like, "No, I'm so pale."
No, that's I almost forgot about that shit till you just said that. I don't know how I almost forgot about it, but that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh shit, y'all know what time it is. Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all locked in with us, then y'all already know. Newest sponsor of the show, newest partner of the show, W Energy. Make sure you go to w.gg, place those orders, and use code Pantha Politix, all one word, to save 10% on your order. It'll be dope for you, dope for them, and in the long run, it's dope for us too. But I ain't gonna talk your head off. I can show you better than I can tell you. You know what I'm talking about?
When it's on, you can feel it in the air. We everywhere, in every hood. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. You can run, but you know you can't hide. Better pray that you're on the right side. Ride, be Stone Cold in the project stone. Running up in your glass house, itching to throw stones. These niggas ain't lit, I'm on fire, they cold stone. Infinite clone, softer than soul stone. 7 dead homes, royal rap autograph on your headstone. I am he, they weaker than Siamese. Cloud chasing by your streams, red eye to the interview, blunted, ready to devour scenes. Dispel the rumors, kill your crying scene. Oscar worthy lion.
Oscar worthy Lion King. I think I know that song. I heard it somewhere before. I don't know. Might have been on the W commercial for all I know. But nah, man. Salute to Drugs Beats, Lazarus, AP. Gravitas out now everywhere. I promise y'all something else coming. I'm not being lazy. I promise I'm not. I promise I'm not. Speaking of music, I seen some funny shit. And see, I personally think that as a hip hopper, especially, it's almost a curse in a sense, in a manner of speaking, because most of the time when I listen to music, I'll be listening for specific elements. You know what I'm saying? Specific elements that might have come from. Okay, so check it. I think I might have told y'all I'm probably the last person to recognize where a sample comes from. Right? Monster can tell you the other night when I was recording, I put the headphones on and the beat started playing, and I was like, "Do you hear that?" I was like, did you hear? You didn't hear that? And he's like, "You talking about?" I was like, "You." And he was like, "You talking about that?" Yeah, it's in the beat. Mind you, this is a beat that I've been in possession for almost a year. Yeah, somehow I was unaware. I was unaware that was going on. I get lost in it sometimes. I'm having a problem right now because I'm having a technical problem right now because something that I was trying to queue up is not working. So I'm trying to get it to do so right now. But bear with me. But how much do you feel like your when you listen to music and you evaluate it, how much do you think that's skewed by what your favorite music is? The music that you cling to the hardest?
A lot. Oh, I mean, yeah. Like I always base everything off of like my personal preferences. Yeah. It actually to a point, I can show appreciation for anything, but like being able to like really like enjoy it and spin it myself, like I'm a bit of a snob. I'm okay to admit that.
See, I don't know. I grew up with like Name That Tune. and I grew up like, you know, making music and stuff like that, as far as like playing instruments and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I recognize music all over the place, and so I don't really have a particular genre that I lean towards. I like all kinds of music, so whenever I hear anything that sounds interesting, I'm in, right? And so if it sounds like, so I could pull out, if someone's using a sample, I could pull out where they're getting that sample from. It could be a Croatian polka song or whatever, and I'll be like, yo, I think I know that song from somewhere.
Another thing the white stole.
Yeah, hey man, polka music is the shit. It's up there with that Mongolian throat music. So you know,
I think you muted up.
I think you muted up. I don't know.
I was just saying, I knew you was about to do that shit. I knew you was about to do that shit. But it's funny that you say
everything. Well, because like, you know, for like when I was DJing and stuff like that, trying to grab samples, you want to grab it from places that people never heard nothing from, and you try to mix it into the beat. But also when I started making film, like back soundtracks, ambient sounds, that kind of stuff or whatever, you usually pull that from samples. And so you end up listening to a lot of weird stuff just to be able to get some cool sounds to be able to put in the back of your background music, or make it, you know, make it interesting for people to be listening to subtly, you know, while they're watching the film and whatever. And so, you know, you get into the crates just like a DJ, pull out some weird shit, some sample lists or whatever.
Okay, then do something with this. I'm stupid.
It's the Italian dude.
We just stay in the shoes now, the whole building scene in a whole red maybe get the color boss dying.
Hey.
Chickens and my begin to go, baby, to stay at the Joe.
Break it down.
We just stay in the shoes now, the whole building scene in a whole red maybe get the color boss dying.
What the fuck? Oh, you say it.
When it's the same man, you can't be seen. You never try another just got babies in jam.
This shit is insane.
I love this song. I love this song. This song.
No, I could definitely sample that.
All right, that shit is insane.
That cracks me up because, like, yo, he's talking and he's singing like he thinks that we sing and talk like, and that's the funny part to me, is that it's utter gibberish and he thinks that we sound like gibberish. And that's hilarious, but he made a dope ass song to it. I would rock this.
Hey, he blew up. that shit went international. So,
dude,
yeah.
Without that guy, there would be no Tom Jones.
Hey, I mean, the people in Italy didn't know that it didn't mean nothing.
They loved it.
I didn't know that didn't mean shit.
He did 5 albums, you know that. He did 5 albums.
Are you fucking serious?
Just like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's all great stuff, dude.
Hey dog,
when did Luigi learn English?
I'm gonna say this. That's shit like that. And I say this all the time when I think about people. I ain't gonna say no names right now because it's just it ain't no need to. But when I think about people who make songs that seemingly have no point at all, like, you know, so there's nothing, there's no substance in it. And yet these people are some of the most popular people in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I keep thinking to myself, am I trying too hard? Like, do I put too much effort into actually trying to say something or like formulate a complete thought? Maybe I'm trying too hard. I say that shit all the time. But and when shit like that happens and you was like, oh, I love this song, and I was like, see, this is what I mean. Am I trying too hard? This is crazy. He ain't saying shit.
I love it because it's ridiculous. I know the backstory of it. I know it's ridiculous. That's why I like it, because it was very popular when I was hearing it. You know what I mean? Like when I heard about it. So I was like, yeah.
So the trick is you need to sing in Italian.
There it is.
Yeah.
You don't need to know Italian, but yeah, you need to rap. Do some rapping in Italian.
I got you. I'm gonna do you even one better. I'm about to do my whole next project in Armenian, in my version of Armenian. Yo, wildest shit in the world. Motherfucker called my job the other day and was like, yo, I was like, yo, you know, we talking. He's like, do you have someone who speak? I said, you need someone to speak Spanish. He was like, no, Armenian. I was like, I started to say, "Yo, what do Spokane mean?" You know what I mean? But I was like, because I said it mean a whole lot of crazy shit. Yeah, you know. Go ahead, homeboy. I got you. Fire off. It's gonna be all wrong, but it don't matter. This is gonna be fun for me. Let's do it. Oh shit. Yeah, I love that shit, man.
You tell me you speak Armenian?
I did not tell him that because I did not.
You should have told him.
I fucked around and got fired if I did that shit. Because I would have done it with a straight face and be like, "Yo, run it. Come on, let's do it."
Do it.
Got no idea what
Spokane is Armenian for give me my fucking money.
Right? So that means you're gonna pay me, right? That's all that means, right?
Oh, you know Armenian? Word? You know what Spokane means? Pay me, bitch. That's what it means. That shit is crazy. That's why. Oh, speaking of crazy, there's a we gotta do this first. Fuck that. I gotta do this right now. We gotta do this right now. I got some more laugh material after this, but I won't do this now since we already fucking with some music shit. Rest in peace, the Prodigy. Salute to the entire infamous Mobb. Salute my man Big Twins. I hope I get to see you when I'm in LA, man. New Mobb Deep album, Infinite. Courtesy of Maas Appeal. Nas, thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you. I can't wait to hear this Big L album. I don't even gotta tell you. Like, it go without saying. Like, if you know Mobb Deep, if you know me, there ain't no question about where I stand on Mobb Deep historically. But that has very little to do with the expectations for a posthumous project. So I, for one, am not the biggest fan of posthumous albums. They very rarely get it right. Too frequently, there are collaborations that you just know this person wouldn't have done. Production that you know this person wouldn't have chosen. And it's just like, So at first I was nervous when I heard about Infinite until I heard that the entire project was being produced by Havoc and Alchemist. Then I was like, oh, that's step number one. Okay, we're moving in the right direction. My secondary concern was that they were going to use AI to generate Prodigy's verses. Havoc, in the interview, I got plenty of Prodigy verses y'all ain't never heard. We used to record all the time. You know what I'm saying? We recorded all the time. You think about how many albums we put out. I was like, check number 2. No AI Prodigy verses. Thank you. Then my other concern was, who are the features going to be? Check the album, saw the features. We'll get into that. I was pleased. It was a couple that it was at least one, maybe one or two that I was like, I got to hear how this going to move. You know what I'm saying? But I think they will, you know what I'm saying? We'll get to that. But there definitely are. Anytime you see something like that with somebody who's not present being involved in a project of this magnitude, there's always going to be a question when something looks like it doesn't belong there. You know what I'm saying? But then, so all of those questions were prominent in my mind going into listening to the album. With that said, one of my greatest curiosities around Mobb Deep's Infinite is exactly how you gentlemen feel about it. Whoever wants to, feel free to fire off. I'm very interested in the answer. Very.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go first on this one. I've been trying to listen to the Mobb Deep album for literally a week and a half. Every time that I put it on, I get into about a track and a half in, maybe about 2 tracks, and then something happens. Literally, like, power goes out. I get called up. I got to go run out the house. Freaking, I'm on the road, and someone almost tries to slam into me, and I got to sit there and, like, have a moment to smoke one and calm myself down. Now, Mobb Deep is not the one to be trying to calm you down, so I was already in a kind of a hype mode listening to it because it already, there's a lot of stuff there. But I noticed that what I like about Mobb Deep, like as far as the hidden messages, if you know the game, you know the game. They don't really hide nothing, but then they don't really say it out there on the nose. I was getting a lot of that starting off. And I'm like, yeah, this is Mobb Deep. They're back. Like, it was like it's what I wanted to feel. But then again, every little interruption just kept screwing up my listening experience. This album feels like to me it's one of those ones where you need to sit down and actually listen to it, groove to it, yeah, but listen to it because there's more to it than just the surface beat and everything else. And I just never got a chance to really get deep into it. So again, I'm gonna have to try to listen to this thing again to try, in a nice secluded room. I told everybody at the house, like, there's like 3 things I need to watch this weekend, and everybody just needs to leave me the hell alone so I can do them things. And that's definitely on the list is listening to it clean without interruption. That's so far what I've heard. It's fire. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting your overall perspective after you heard the whole project, for sure, most definitely. And Maas, I know you are. Yeah, I know we talked a little bit about it, but please, by all means.
Okay. So I feel very much the same way when it comes to posthumous albums. Like, I get very nervous. And the first 2 or 3 tracks, like, they were fire, but I wasn't giving them their just due because I'm going in nervous. Because I'm kind of 2 brains of it. One, you're talking about, like, this run that Maas Appeal has done is taking artists that haven't released in a very long time. Now, every time somebody comes and releases an album, and you can even take it away from Maas Appeal, you can talk about LL Cool J or anybody else that's been releasing albums recently.
No doubt.
When the album drops, like, one of the things that I'm going into it is, like, what are you doing with this album to further the legacy that you've already cemented? Because at this point, like, a lot of people, it's like you can't do anything but hurt yourself right now. You're already been proven great. So some of these, like, I get weary about. Yeah. And then with this one being a posthumous album for Prodigy, I'm like, yo, there's it's twofold here. Not only is it a posthumous album, but it's like, yo, you guys are already cemented. Like, do we need another Mobb Deep album? First few tracks, I'm like, okay, like, they're solid tracks. I'm still not, I don't know, like, I'm still nervous. And then track 4, Look at Me. Mobb Deep and the Clips. And I was like, oh shit. The beat turned up a little bit, changed up a little bit. You got 4 certified killers. And I was just like, okay, never mind. And the album just continues to progress magnificently. And then I went back and listened to the first 3 tracks again, and I was like, oh, I was tripping. No, these are fire.
He said, oh, I was tripping.
So, shit. Against the World, track 1, fire. Leading into Gunfire, easy, bruh. Track 4, Look at Me, you hit the clips, and that's the very first, or you hit clips, and that's the very first feature on the album.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you could not have, like, pronounced your feature run better than that.
Facts. It's only one other way you could have done it that would have been as impactful, but it's good that you didn't do that.
And the other one that I think would have been just as impactful, because they worked so heavily together in the past, goes right into track 5 with the feature from Dignoid. And I'm like, okay. And you just keep going. So track 5, fire. The references in it, like, you can tell that this was a track that Havoc, Alchemist, and Noid just had fun putting together.
Oh yeah.
Like they are like it is bar heavy. The beat is dope. But you can just tell that they were having fun while they were doing it. They were honoring their brother. It was fire. And then you go into track 6, first feature from Nas. He's on the album 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
But this is the first hit. And you also have Georgia Smith doing the hook, and she smoked it. And then you go into a Nas verse, and like the track just couldn't have been better put together. Both verses from Havoc and Prodigy are fire. The whole track is just very well rounded. The first like major hook that just grabs you because Georgia Smith is just ridiculous with her voice. Then they lay off the features for a while. They got 4 tracks after that where it's just them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Pour the Henny where it's just them and Nas. So there's no losing. But then after that, you go right into Mobb Deep and Raekwon and Ghost. Then you got one more with just them, and then you got Nas and her. And so Pour the Henny, Clear Black Night with Raekwon and Ghostface, both tracks absolutely fire. Love the Way with Nas and her, I think might be one. It's hard to say that it's my favorite album on the track, just because you can't pinpoint a favorite with this album. But just the balance that they have there, the beat, the verses, everything, like it's just another one that just comes and smacks you in the face, and it just spins in your head the whole time. Yeah, so the entire album is ridiculous. At this point, the most I can say is with everything that Maas Appeal has done this year, I think that Nas is accomplishing exactly what he set out to do, where when people start talking about their top 5 albums of the year, it can be multiple artists, but it's all going to be Maas Appeal records. He was like, oh, hip-hop fucking around? Nah, we ain't going to do that. I don't care what genre you're talking about. You can put all of the genres together and talk about your top 5 or top 10 albums, but the top 5, the top 6 or 7 are all going to be Maas Appeal albums. It's just the way it is now. 2025 is the Maas Appeal run, and with Mobb Deep, it's one more on a massive rung, and with everything that they've put out this year, it's really hard to continue to match that bar. And I don't know if anybody else could have done it, but Mobb Deep is Mobb Deep.
You know, the craziest thing to me, and I'm glad you said that, because one of the things that I'm looking at, and that really bugs me out, is when I realize it ain't many people who would take when you talk about legacy, I want you to think about something right now. Think about what Nas is doing to himself right now. He's still putting out a De La Soul album, the Big L album, but the last one out the chamber is him and Primo. And it's got to be on par with or better than every other one of them albums that Maas Appeal put out. So he's saying, you saying so and so and so and so is the one. I'm putting all of this on the table and watch me come eat. Nas, listen to me. I'm looking forward to that album. Right now, we ain't talking about you, but I will be in a second. Mobb Deep. Man, look. I've always been one that said that Mobb Deep to me is one of the more slept on duos in hip hop history. And I feel that way because when people start talking, they'll say EPMD, Outkast, You know what I'm saying? And I mean, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? And then the questions start coming. Well, what about this group? Do you count the DJ? And blah blah blah, whatever. But it take a minute before they say, "Oh, Mobb Deep," and I'm like, "Dog, Shook One's Part 2 is one of the most iconic beats in the history of hip hop." As a matter of fact, Prodigy got one of the most quoted lines in the history of hip hop. There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. Yo, they introduced Shook into people's vocabulary, and we still saying it now. Niggas wasn't saying Shook before then. Like we, you know what I'm saying, the ones that was in, we know. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep made it a thing. You know what I mean? So Mobb Deep different, and they don't get. I don't think they get the love they deserve. That said, I went into the album with you know what I'm saying, all of those things that I said that I mentioned earlier, that I was like, okay, this is what I'm thinking about. Immediately when the first beat dropped, I was like, oh shit, here we go. Oh shit, here we go. As soon as I heard Prodigy's voice, I got sucked right back to 1995. And I was like, oh shit, I feel like the first time I heard the Infamous right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm locked in. And I'm taking the ride all the way through. And I'm thinking to myself the whole time, this feels like Prodigy and Havoc just went to the studio within the last year and said, hey, let's put this album together. It don't feel like he's been gone for some time. Mm-hmm. And Alchemist had to come together and take what they got, and it don't feel like that. It felt like a Mobb Deep out. When I'm listening to this, it feel like P in there in the booth with Ray and Ghost. He in there talking to Noid, or they talking before they going into, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then hearing them with Noid, you don't know how much that make a real Mobb Deep fan smile. You know what I'm saying? Because Noid was locked up for parts of they later run. You know what I mean? So he wasn't there for some of it. So to hear that was beautiful, man. And then I for one was a lot of people talk about Havoc rapping, and I'm like, dog, you gotta think about the whole package. Like every group gonna have somebody that's the guy. It's just the reality of the situation. And even if they're even, public perception is going to create one of them being the guy, no matter what. As a matter of fact, I challenge you to show me a 2-person rap group or a 2-person group that doesn't happen with. You would be hard pressed to find one. You'd be hard pressed to find one. So, I felt like Nas is, again, to go back, Nas is making a point right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's not just making a point of I rap better than y'all. Like, y'all not me. That ain't even what it is. Right now, it's this music that we create and this culture that we represent, the very best of it. We bringing it to you. Like, and this is no disrespect to nobody else and what they doing, but this is the cream. Don't ever forget. These are the ones that made it possible for all these other people that y'all elevating to do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no. I wish I could tell you how many people Slick Rick is responsible for. The way that he dressed, the way he carried himself, his accent, the Kango, all of it. Slick Rick sunned a lot of niggas. He birthed a whole lot of y'all. A whole lot of you. Big L birthed a whole lot of y'all. De La Soul birthed a whole lot of y'all. That whole Native Tongues movement birthed a whole lot of y'all. So, like, when I hear Mobb Deep and it sounds like this in 2025 and Prodigy's not here, and I know that Nas, who was their man, you know what I'm saying? And even through them having their issues, it was never no, I don't fuck with y'all. Just right now we having an issue. We ain't, but Queensbridge stick together, and for the most part, and I always respected that about them. But yeah, man, this album is incredible, yo. And the name of it says a lot. Because it was always a the thing about Mobb Deep I always appreciated was that it almost felt like they were building something that was bigger than music, that was bigger than their neighborhood, and that it started it was quietly kind of like a Wu-Tang type of thing, but much more quiet, much smaller. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep had their own tribe of people that formulated behind the strength of their music. So when I hear Prodigy talking, like you said, those hidden messages that ain't so hidden. P know what time it is. Like that's why people was on that whole conspiracy thing when he passed. You know what I'm saying? Like P know he on his shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, the album's incredible. If you love hip hop, you're gonna love this album. Absolutely, positively, you're going to love this album. The clips were absolutely amazing. Nas is absolutely amazing. Noyd was absolutely everything about this album is amazing. There's not a single song I don't like. Yeah, if Mojo was here, we would be giving this one joint, I promise you. So if Mojo was here, we'd be giving this one joint, I promise you. So yeah, man. Mobb Deep, salute to y'all. One love, Maas Appeal. Thank y'all so much for what y'all doing, man. Thank y'all so much. Oh man, Big L album coming. Y'all don't know. Y'all do know. We already talked about it on the pod. That's Maas favorite album. I can't wait to do that one. That's the one I'm looking forward to. That one and then the Nas and Primo joint. Oh man, that is crazy.
If anybody was doing this besides Maas Appeal, I'd be like, don't do it. But with Nas behind it, okay. Like I'm willing to listen. Just don't fuck this up.
I will say, and I kind of stumbled into it, and I was trying not to do it, but I fucked around and stumbled into the first single with him and Nas, and I will say, if that's any indication of what the album gonna be, you won't be mad. You won't be mad at all. Oh man, that's yeah. I'll leave it at that, but yeah.
Yeah. I try and steer, like, especially if it's an album that like I'm excited about. Like I try and steer very, very, very far away from singles.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
Like I want to hear the whole album.
Now, after that whole era where it seemed like it was because we went through probably about a decade that was highly single driven. Where some artists were only releasing singles and never putting projects out.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we have, but my question: have we seen the death of that? I think that's kind of dead at this point. I think it's kind of dead, and we've seen a return to kind of wanting full bodies of work from artists.
I don't know. I don't think so, because I think it's more about what level you're on, right? Because like a lot of these young cats that are coming out and that kind of stuff, they're just blitzing the paint. They're putting out just singles, EPs, that kind of stuff or whatever. Not anything that we would consider fully cohesive. Not like what Maas Appeal's been putting out for the last year, right? For the guys that are, have been around, it's kind of like I don't know. I feel like this year has been like if Beethoven and all of the classics, right? All the classical, people came together and decided, hey, I just want to put out some shit. Someone like, a reminder of what I used to do with Symphony No. 5, you know what I'm saying? But better, And so I just feel like this is like the greats coming together, being able to put out their best work instead of being out forced to do something by the record label or having to stay relevant. This is them coming out on their own steam, their own power. Just, I want to collaborate. We're going to work together. We're going to go to Louis Vuitton and knock this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Have a great time while we do it. You know what I mean? So this is different. But I don't think it's the death of individual singles. I think for the new guys that are still coming out, they're going to be trying to, put out whatever they can and try to get to stick. I'll be happy though if some of these new cats actually put a full body of work together in a full complete album. That'd be awesome. But
yeah, I think some of it is genre driven. But then I think a lot of it just has to do with intention. If you're just putting out a club joint, then yeah, like, you can just drop a single club joint. With a lot of the younger cats, they don't know the message that they're intending to put out yet, it feels like. But yeah, with a lot of these people, because and honestly, it doesn't even necessarily have to do with age. And I can prove it simply by throwing out the name Rakim. If you take the album that he put out, was it earlier this year or was it last year?
It was earlier this year.
For sure.
So you take that album, any of those could have been singles. Because it was just, a mass, production, but then he had a lot of features, and it was just, you know, like him kind of testing the waters and, you know, bringing a lot of people on and letting the other people shine, that can be broken up into singles. But then you take the actual Rakim album that he put out, and that's very much an album. That's something that should be listened to front to back. So it's not even necessarily age, it's about intention. And that's why you can say a name like Rakim and show the genius that he has, because he can do that twice in a year and have a completely different intention on what he's doing. But it becomes very apparent.
So how much of that is like knowing the game and knowing what he can get away with and what he can't? And as far as what, because like if Rakim drops anything, people are going to listen, right? So, you know, he probably made this album, the album that he put out that was a full front to back, and then had a bunch of tracks left over. Again, it's Rakim. I'm gonna listen. So like puts the best ones on a album, quote unquote, all the features, that kind of stuff, and then just lets it rock because it's Rakim. I'm going to buy it. But for like some of these other cats, like, are they? Is it that they don't know the message, or they're trying to figure out what works in the industry because they don't have an established sound? You know what I mean? And a lot of these dudes are doing it kind of pseudo independent. So they're still trying to get on with somebody that's going to sign them on. So they're trying to figure it out. So they're trying, because I've been hearing a lot of individual singles lately, like EPs and stuff like that are wildly different from one project to the next. Like, as if they're just throwing spaghetti on the wall to try to see what sticks.
Yeah,
You know?
they're trying to find where
Sounds
they
good.
belong and what they're doing. But even with it, like, so I agree with you. I think like Rakim knows that if he releases an album, there's a certain group that's going to go out and buy it. Anything with his name attached to it, I'm going to go out and buy. I fall within that demographic, but that demographic might be the minority at this point because it's been so long for him, where he's put out just like a full album. So I said it when the album first came out. I'll say it again. I think he was testing the waters.
But even if it was, if it was a hey, I'm back type thing, would you want to come out with the album that he put out? My fear would be that everybody slept on it because he didn't put out something until he announced that he's coming back out. So I kind of look at that more of a strategic move, where I'm going to put out an album that's good, but it has a bunch of features that they also might like. You know, it has a bunch of, you know, it's different styles that you can see if people are feeling those things. And I don't know if he maybe listened to that album, saw the response from that album, and decided to craft the album that he made, or if it was done in reverse, like I said before, and these were just tracks that were left over. But either way, it just shows his acumen as far as understanding the industry and knowing how to test the waters if that's what he's doing to get the proper response when the album actually comes out.
Yeah,
because we were all hyped for it when it came out, or when the I guess pseudo album came out, and I wasn't as excited, but I thought it was good. You know what I mean? After I heard it, I wasn't like, oh damn, this is like, you know, killer. When I finally heard his album, I was like, yeah, this is we were debating it. It's one of the best albums of the year. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like
easy.
You know,
see,
I think
and that's
that
the
just
thing.
shows his acumen.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that it shows the genius that he has for just the industry, and to be able to say like, yeah, okay, let me get this out there. You know, I got a gang of people. Me personally, I think that he's so smart that he had both of these albums completely done. Like, I don't think that the first album was just supplements from the second album. I think that it was very intentional, and I think that he was like, yo, I'm gonna let a lot of young cats shine. I'm gonna, you know, put a lot of production into it, and I'm gonna put out a dope album. It's not gonna be what they're expecting, and you know, a lot of people from a younger demographic are going to fuck with it. The people from my demographic are going to fuck with it, but they're going to also be wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
And as soon as that album dropped, I said that on this pod, he is going to be dropping another album soon, and he's coming with fucking heat.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Because he is, bar none, the fucking, like, he's the king of hip hop. So, yeah, who else would expect anything else from him?
Like him, and it's been, you know, it was weird for me to feel like I was like, man, I almost feel like I'm committing fucking blasphemy right now, but I don't like this. Like, I don't, and it ain't even that I don't like it. It's that the way they sold it to me is not what it is, and that pissed me off. So I was like, nah. I just ain't it, yo. But yeah, and I feel like it's I'm looking forward. Okay, so Big Daddy Kane and RZA just put a record out recently. And it's dope.
Isn't Big Daddy Kane and Rakim about to put an album up? Did they just agree to do a project?
Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Cool G Rap, and who's the fourth person? Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap. Damn.
Fuck.
I don't remember. I feel bad.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
I feel bad.
Go ahead and keep going on with your point. I'm looking it up.
But yeah, so I mean, I for one am happy to see a lot of the OGs shooting their shot. And thankfully a lot of it's been good. There's been some, there's been some other than good stuff, And you'll get that sometime when you get people who ain't been like a lot of these guys have been locked in. You know what I'm saying?
You're really gonna hate yourself. And I mean I do too, but you're really gonna hate yourself. KRS-One.
Jeez Louise. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, man. That's terrible. Yep. I'm on punishment now. Shit. What the fuck? Okay. Damn it, man. So yeah,
they're just bringing back all the founding fathers are just going to be an album of the founding fathers. Just straight up. That's.
I wonder if they.
You know how long I've wanted to hear them all on a song together.
I was wondering if there was an update to see when they were going to release.
Close.
Yeah. Thank you. So far, no updates on a release date. But yeah, I have no doubt that the albums are going to continue to be at a just an exceptional bar, and this album was absolutely no different. But yeah, the genius behind everything that's being built right now, in the beginning of 2025, there were a lot of people that were questioning hip hop and, how 2025 was going to look from the hip hop culture. And it's been blown out of the water. Like this is the turning point for hip hop.
You're back on track. People are finally taking it back.
I wonder if I'll be interested in seeing what the reception to that particular project is, only because of the disdain that the current generation of MCs seem to show for the history of the art that they practice. For them, the history of MCing only goes back as far as whoever their favorite MC is, for the most part. Anything from that point up to now is what they're running with. There are some, I'm not saying that's a blanket statement, you know what I'm saying, but more often than not. And for a lot of these kids, like they asked them, their definition of their old school rapper is Kanye West. Their old school rapper is 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where I think the impact is going to be minimal. Nobody's going to be brave enough to come out and shit on this album.
Oh no.
Because it's going to be fire. And even the baby rapper who says, nah, the greatest rapper of all time was 50 Cent. Well, 50 Cent is out there saying that this album is fucking fire.
Mm-hmm. And when he said my favorite rapper used to sing check out my melody, that guy's on that album.
Yeah, So yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna be brave enough to try and buck against this album.
I think they need to understand that it's not the time for sensational press releases and little squibby little lines and whatever. Give the respect to the respect due, and I think they kind of understand that, or at least their publicists understand that, not to let them pop off and say something stupid, because these are the founding fathers of hip hop. You wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for these men and women doing what they're doing. And like even if you don't like them, you know what I mean? Even if you don't think that they're the greatest of all time, you don't go around talking crap and spitting on the forefathers that came before you. That's just not a good idea.
The two people I could see shitting on this album are Kanye West, because he's going to do it just for the social media bump. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Drake. Because
he's not hip hop. He's not even.
I know. But he's for the past year he's been shitting on American hip hop.
Yeah. Well, we've been shitting on him for the last 2.5.
He's going to use this to continue to boost his social media numbers as well, and also double down on. And now with Drake, I'm not certain. I just wouldn't be surprised. With Kanye, it's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, because he's not on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's not producing it. He's not
both
on
of them,
it. So just like,
want to claim to be the greatest of all time, and you have four of the greats, like 4 legends, and you weren't invited to the party.
Yeah.
And I mean, and the reality of the matter is, he got to understand too that part of that is his fault, because realistically speaking, had you stayed in your lane and stayed true to yourself, and not went off on this other shit you went on, you would have been at that. You probably would have got the call to come to that table, because fuck what you heard. Absolutely one of the illest producers I've ever heard. So like, yeah, but yeah, my bad. Yeah, I didn't mean that shit.
So, best and worst posthumous albums.
Oh shit.
Linkin Park. The Jay-Z Linkin Park album. That was the worst. That should have never been made. Like, all you did was I could have done a smash up better than what they did with that. And there has been smash ups better than what that album was about. Like, I don't know. Jay was just trying to make a grab.
I'm not even as upset about that one as I am about them continuing the name of Linkin Park.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing against the woman that they put into the band to take over for Chester, but it's not the same. And to have her out there singing his tracks, like there's a reason that it was him to sing those. Like, you're talking about a 1 in a billion voice, and it's just stop that. Like, go create new music, go do whatever. But yeah, no.
See, my thing was like, for Chester to sing the songs that he sang, you could feel the angst and the anger and the frustration. It was coming from him. Even if it's somebody else wrote it, even if like the whole team was working on that thing, the way that he sang it, it felt like it was coming from him, so you can identify with it. I don't believe her. Like, I don't believe it. It's a great cover band, but it's just not. It's not Linkin Park.
Yeah,
it's the same way I feel about. What's that? No, I love these guys. Like, so the Loonies. There's only one member of the Loonies still operating and that kind of stuff. And he's still fire. I got to watch his show about a couple months back. He came up here and it's still fire. But it's missing something when you don't have the original group together, that the vibe and the energy that they once had together, if you've ever seen them live, you know what I mean, that they had together. And it's the same kind of thing with like Sublime bringing on his little brother and then bringing on somebody else. Just, can we just not? The only band that I think has gotten away with that successfully has been Van Halen, because they reinvented themselves every single time they did that. Hip hop, I don't see it ever happening. You just created a whole new group. You start over.
And hip hop, this is gonna be a showdown at the OK Corral, and then then it's a whole new spot.
Ain't none of us walking away with this name.
What about you, Seth?
I honestly, man, I think damn, it ain't really a stretch to say it. As of right now, I think this Mobb Deep album might be my favorite posthumous album. And I mean, granted, only one half of the group was posthumous, so if that don't count, then I guess my next. Nah, that's probably it. I mean, now it depends though, because are we counting? Do we count Life After Death or Machiavelli as posthumous albums? Really?
See, and that's
because they saw them through to the end.
Yeah, like that's where I kind of run into a hiccup, because by all rights they are posthumous albums, right? But like, they were intended to be released. You can say the same thing about Otis Redding with Doc on the Bay. It's like in classic, legendary album, and it's like, yes, by all rights, it was a posthumous album, but like he intended to release it, and like I'm very glad that it still came out because Jesus Christ, like, can you imagine if we didn't have that album?
We would have had Percy Sledge. So that's okay.
No, that shit would have fucked around and came out and Elvis Presley or somebody in this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The other one that comes to mind under that same vein is the Nirvana Unplugged album, because they did the show.
True that.
But by the time they released the actual record of the show, Kurt Cobain was already dead. So by all rights,
there was some debate because like MTV wanted to do it as a tribute album. I think theirs was the first one that they started releasing the unplugged as a full set, not just individual tracks from it, and as a tribute. And I think that in itself, I don't think it would be posthumous, but I think what they did to honor him posthumously made that album more than what it was, right? Because honestly, I like the Unplugged album. It was really the performance and everything. Actually, with once or twice a year, because there's some tracks on there the way they did it. But it also just reminds me of how good Dave Grohl is. But
and half the tracks weren't even his, and that's I think what pissed a lot of people off.
Well, I mean, no, they did a lot of. They did 2 covers on the whole thing. You know what I mean? But everything was Nirvana's stuff. Like it
was 4. They did 4 covers.
Okay. Well, okay. But I mean,
it was 4 covers of the same band though, and he did that on purpose because he loved the band. I can't remember the band off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but he genuinely loved that band, so he covered some of their music just to get them the recognition that he felt they deserved.
These motherfuckers.
I mean,
but
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
You take a lot of those same people, and you can apply them to what I would consider the worst posthumous albums, and that's why I bring a lot of those up. Because when we're talking about the worst, Montage of Heck, which was a posthumous album for Kurt Cobain, but it was a bunch of the stuff that he recorded before Nirvana even got big. And it was just like house recordings, and there were a lot of people that were pissed off because like they're just saying like he would have never wanted that released, but they did it for a documentary that they did about him, and they were like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. And then Notorious B.I.G. with The King and I. And all the weird shit that she did.
Yes. You never heard that? You looking like you haven't heard that. You're lucky you haven't heard that.
Unfortunately.
They did a weird thing like that with Johnny Cash too, where they made like disco albums and shit off of some of his music. Like just really weird, like kind of like you were talking about with like the mashups and shit. But just like really weird genres. And then my last one for the worst was Left Eye from TLC.
Yeah, I refuse to listen to that because like she said she wasn't putting out any music. She didn't like the way the direction that the industry was taking her in the first place. That's why she left. So like to put out music that she didn't even like in the first place, why would I support that?
And like, they threw her with a bunch of artists that she would have never worked with. Like it was terrible.
Yeah. And I was I'm happy about that. I was a big Left Eye fan. Huge Left Eye fan.
So actually, a posthumous album or releases that you should definitely check out is Prince's stuff because he was notorious, right? And they put out a blues set, some B-sides or off recordings that he had done, extended versions of classic stuff that he had done. And my man would make an album a day. So there's probably still going to be more music coming out. And yeah, I'm not lying. He made an album a day. That was like what all his sound engineers were like crazed about the dude crank out an entire album. So, but they, like I said, they released like 24 tracks about like 2 years ago of unreleased stuff, and it's all good. It's not coherent. It's not like a normal Prince album where it just kind of flows like that. But each track you can just take, individually and just groove to it. It's good stuff.
Prince is crazy. Prince is insane. I love that shit though.
He is.
I think probably my least when I think about my least favorite Posthumous albums, Pac got a couple of them actually. Unfortunately, the one that Eminem produced, "Loyal to the Game," I'm not big on that one. I just think Tupac on Eminem production don't sound good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Some of it worked because but overall not good. Notorious B.I.G. Born Again, didn't like it.
Yeah,
it had some records on it that worked, but overall, and in the case of Big, it wasn't so much of it being people that I don't think he would have worked with. I think it was more a matter of being people that I think some of it was the production, and then you hearing Big rapping his old style. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it's in the give me the loot style. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of yelling, a lot of you know what I'm saying. It wasn't the smooth Biggie that we used to hearing. You know what I mean? So it was kind of hard to listen to. So yeah.
A lot of those verses, it seems like he abandoned them because he had started the evolution that he went through.
Right.
And that's why he was willing to kind of leave those behind. But then, they went out and released them anyway.
Of course.
It honestly, like, Notorious B.I.G. might be one of, like, the poster children for why I'm so hesitant about posthumous albums.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like, you can take Life After Death, but it's like, but that was him.
Yeah, no doubt.
He did that. Yeah. But then everything else, to your point, putting it on the wrong beat, he wouldn't have let that happen. Maybe like even having a feature, somebody that he would have worked with, but not with this verse and not on this beat.
Right. Hell yeah. A lot of that.
I would work with this person, but I wouldn't say this verse on a track with this person. So he might be one of the key factors in my hesitancy to listen to a posthumous album.
Now, as much as I feel that way about Born Again, about posthumous Biggie music, period, for the most part, from what I heard, he got one. They got one of them all the way right. That shit was fire, and I was like, "Oh man, this is cold-blooded. I gotta like it." So I don't got a choice. But it was him and 50. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like a cheat code. So, and 50 was on fire at the time. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was already like you obviously you put him with the hottest nigga in the game, but then they just on some New York shit, and it's that shit was fire, man. I can't even front. The song is amazing, but even in that, and I don't have any doubt in my mind that Big would have worked with 50 if he was alive. You know what I'm saying? But even in that, I can't say for certain that I believe that's the record they would have made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That record was sounded heavily like let me take this record that 50 Cent's doing this hook on, in this way that he's famous for doing these hooks, and you know what I'm saying, and let's put these big verses on this beat and put it over here, and then Fitz come give us a verse and just hit a record. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I felt some type of way about that, and so I mean those are most of the ones that I ain't really big on. My no disrespect to other genres, just hip hop is my shit. So
yeah,
I don't know much about what y'all doing over there with y'all dead folks. Just saying. Before we get out of here, man, real quick, I wanna get y'all take on this these No Kings rallies going on around the country. My bad. I didn't mean to air quote it, but
So how many presidents we had? How many presidents we had? 42, 44, something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah. If you don't count the repeat offender, and
Okay, all right. So somewhere around 42, 43, right? And only one of them is not related. And you having no Kings rally, and the one that you're protesting is actually related to all the rest of them. The one I'm talking about died almost 100 years ago, and they were having a No Kings rally. Should have been having that a long time ago, my friend. We've been having kings. We've been under kings for the last 300 years. I'm just saying. no Kings rally. That's how I feel about it. It's nice though. Thank you for going out. It was a big crowd. It was awesome to see that huge crowd do nothing other than talk some shit. Why don't you storm the Capitol like these January 6 motherfuckers? At least they had some conviction. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you go in there and take his ass out?
They had some conviction until it was overturned.
Yeah, that.
Please.
Everybody knows how I feel about protesting. It's like it's fine just as long as it comes with some after action. And there wasn't any. The one thing that I will say is, like I said, I was gone over the weekend when the protest happened. I was out in the sticks, and in this little ass town that I'm in, they're like, "Yo, by your hotel, like the intersection, right by your hotel. That's where the No Kings rally in the town is being held. So you better, stay inside." And I was like, "But why?" And they were like, "Well, everybody's expecting it to get bad." And apparently it was supposed to start at like 3 o'clock. So at 3:15, look out the window. Ain't nobody there. Just in case, maybe, they around the corner, open up the window. I don't hear nothing. Maybe I should run to the gas station. Ain't nobody there. So maybe somebody showed up, but the 2 or 3 motherfuckers, they was like, yeah, no Kings. You guys want to go get some ice cream?
Well,
so yeah, to me, it was like social media chatter. That's the only experience I had of it.
I feel it. I for one am I read to myself 3 times already.
I was about to say, you found some of that shit.
First of all, I just want to say this. It's real cool that y'all like feel like, hey, let's get together. Like us and all our other homies that think just like us. Let's go out here to this park, right? And set up shop and put speakers and a stage and microphones, and we're gonna talk to each other about shit that we already talked to each other about. And we already know we agree about. And we're gonna do it loud so they can hear us. Even though it's on a Saturday, all of them home chilling in their gated communities.
Right.
Even if you go to the building where they work at, they not there. They at home chilling in their gated community, or at the golf course, or on the yacht, or in the motherfucking air. Dog, it's got to be
right next to me.
It's got to be a better fucking way. It's got to be a better fucking way.
You got a king coming through the door right now.
You feel me? Y'all should have called that shit All the King's Men or some shit. Like, I'm just saying, like, what the fuck? And then to make it even worse, you know what I'm saying? I find it odd that some of the things that occur at these events. See, first of all, you can't expect me to take you serious with any type of political statement you're trying to make when you're completely being a dick. I mean, when you're completely being a dick.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh,
no one likes it.
Nobody. You went to the costume store. There weren't many things left. He was like, "Let me get that one."
The other thing was the Trump costume, but he knew he couldn't go out there in that. Well, he probably should have worn the Trump costume. I'm just saying. It might have been a stick of bed.
You're applying your morality, not protecting anybody.
Get some pictures. Get some more pictures.
And they really hog tying that dick.
This is his first.
They rubbing his balls.
In the balls.
Off of him.
They cut the ball. She cut the ball. We don't want to. Don't get the torsion. Don't rip them up too fast.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
That pig needs to be arrested for jacking off on the highway.
He talking about you should be ashamed. No, you should be ashamed. Out there rubbing it. What the? The fuck did I just see? That's crazy. Oh shit. Yo.
There's no way that my lady didn't see that video. Now I know where the video oil came in.
Now that's funny. That is funny. Oh shit. Oh man, you know what? I think we did it. Oh shit. And was even able to circle back and bring back some shit that I forgot about. Ha! I wasn't that fucking high. Oh, what? You seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please. Hey, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I was getting ready to close the show. But you know what? That's not about to happen now. No way, Jose. Not going down like that, buddy. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's see if I can get this squared away here. Yep, let's do that right here. Ladies and gentlemen, P7 has finally decided to watch this. So, now that he can go back to the base safely, I will allow. Why is it not allowing me to do what I am attempting to do here? It don't like you, P. I don't know what's going on. There we go.
Yeah.
Please let us know.
So okay. All right. I thought it was a really good movie. Let me just say that right off the rip. But I'm gonna make some references to things that might get me upset, might get people in the bay to come after me. I don't know. But I think it's a good thing, me personally. Now, me personally, as a filmmaker, I like it when films hark and call back to other films. I love that. Like, that means you know your films. That means you know how to use the techniques they're using to bring about a certain feeling, to bring about a certain sense of nostalgia. And honestly, I felt that. Now, I didn't feel it on the level of Tarantino, where I know every little shot that he's using comes from another movie and everything else. But I definitely felt some, like, North by Northwest action. I felt Dusk Till Dawn. I felt Grapes of Wrath. I felt like there's a bunch of movies that he pulled, and I love the simplicity of it all. There was not a lot of special effects that need to be done. Hell, they didn't even use wire work. There were some scenes in there where they were the vampires are jumping on dudes trying to take them out, and you can tell he's just like, aim, action, jump. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't no like super, vampire jump from across the room. None of that. Nope. Just a simple rock. Just a simple. I jump off in the background, and then I cut, and I'm on top of you. And I love that shit. That is a perfect use of technique. But no, the simplicity of the movie, and I know you don't really care, Seb, for Michael B. Jordan and all that good stuff or whatever. But every time I see him, he just represents the Bay for me. It feels like home. He has the same attitude. It's the swag. It's all of that. And I was feeling it from both sides because he felt like the pimp from his brother, Stacks. And on the other, it was smoke. It felt like home, man. And the crazy part is, my backstory. So my folks are from the South. You know that they moved up to Chicago. You know that they were a part of that, whole mess. So I just felt like I was watching home movies, minus the vampires. Everything.
Oh shit! I was about to say, damn man, y'all have vampires in your hood? What the fuck?
Chicago's rough. No. But it was a great movie. It was really, really good. And I would have to say, Crackers be fucking things up. Like, she did not need to go out there. If she would have just kept her ass inside, like
ass down somewhere.
And again, it's not the same trope of, hey, let me go check out outside, and then she gets killed because she wanted to go, step out with the serial killer. But it was that, you know what I'm saying? Without being that. And I thought that was really good, because that's usually how it happens in every horror flick. The white person steps outside and kicks off everything.
Thing is, she wasn't even supposed to be there that day.
At all.
She wasn't supposed to be around him at all.
Yeah, she invited herself.
History. But I thought that was really good too, having her, play the spicy white that she played, and like really kind of throw down that homegirl attitude. Like I thought that was really good. I thought that was really, really good. The fact that they played into the fact that
I said, see, she just fucked up. As soon as she walked out the door.
Yep. It was no. But see, even though it was predictable in all those spots, like when Cornbread came up, we knew he was done. As soon as he said he had to go to the bathroom, as soon as my man, went into the back room with his girl, all the things we knew. There was no twists, nothing in there that shocked me. It was just really well done. It was just really well done. I know the story. It's like Titanic. Titanic, you know how it ends, but you still sit there and you watch it with your girl because you have to, because she makes you. You know what I mean? This was different. This was much better.
There is one part where I was shocked and I was like, this is not realistic. This bitch started slobbering like Scooby-Doo, and he was like, bitch, you slobbering. And she was like, you want some?
Yeah.
And he said yes. And I was like, that would have never happened. He'd have been like,
me and my wife both looked at each other like,
Yeah, no.
That was a collective
Yeah, right there. It's like, nah, that's too much. That's too much.
Hey, but
if you would have been like, yo, slobber down there.
Dude out there. There's probably some freaky dude out there that was like, oh yeah, I get with that. So, that was for him.
Yeah.
That was for
him.
him.
Like, bitch, you the bib? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, it's a big thing of a slobber too. It looked like my man, the first vampire, was slobbering like crazy too. Like he looked like Cujo. Like, what is wrong with you? That's not normal. And why they had to kill Big Mama who knew the stuff?
Tell you some good shit. First and foremost, if I walk, first time I look at you and you just look like something ain't right, like to the extent that something so unright with you that I can't do nothing about it. It's time for me to go away. Like, I don't need to be around this town. Like, when the sun come up, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm leaving and I ain't never coming back. So, fuck this shit. I don't understand the concept. I've always wondered about scary movies. See, I could never write a scary movie from my own personal perspective because the shit would be a short film. It would actually probably be a commercial.
You turn into an action movie. Because I'm not there no more. I'm gonna do what Michael B. Jordan did at the end of the film when he killed off all those KKK members. I would have been doing that, but still running, just running, shooting and running.
Yeah, they kept saying, "Yo, where's the trunk?" And I was like, "Ooh, they got a trunk."
Yeah, they got a trunk. And that sounds like trouble. I think, okay, Now I'm happy. Thank you. Okay. That is good. Now all I'm waiting for is your Mobb Deep review. And I think
I'll submit that next week's teach.
I already got a much better than anticipated Ghostface Killer review, so I'm cool.
Now let me ask you guys a question real quick while we still got some time. When it comes to Sinners, right? When it comes to Coogler, right? Because everybody's been kind of like, he's not consistent. He's not good enough. He's not really speaking out for the people as much as he really could because he's more active than he is. I don't know. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on Ryan Coogler's movies from Fruitvale Station up until Sinners. Like, is he and can he be one of the greater directors that we've had in the last generation or so? Because I think he's on the track for that. But
didn't he do Black Panther?
Yeah,
he did Black Panther, right? But he also did Black Panther
1 and 2.
Yeah. So the second one wasn't that great because he was dealing with the death of Chadwick and all that, right? But then everything else he's done so far, I haven't been upset with.
He was also being steered by Marvel, like.
Yeah.
They gave him a lot of leniency in the first one. In the second one, they needed him to push storyline to what was going to be. So there was a lot of influence there. So honestly, I don't hold part 2 against him. I didn't know that it was up for debate.
Oh, really? Well, in the forums, you got the people that like to sit there and talk and give their opinions about who's better, Coogler, Peele, all these different black directors and that kind of stuff. and somebody popped off and said that he's one of the greater directors of the generation right now, with all the directors that are out there. And I kind of agree, because if you're talking generation in film, we're not stacking them against Scorsese or anything like that. We're talking his class, and so that's like what 2000, 2001, 2002, right? So for the guys in his class, I would think he's probably the best in his class thus far. There hasn't been a lot of directors that came out during that time frame that are as good as him.
I really like Jordan Peele movies. I think it's a great disservice to both Peele and Coogler to try to compare them. They are two very, very different directors with two very, very different focuses. And to try and compare them is basically just saying, hey, here's two black directors that, like they talk about what it's like being black. Like that, to me, that is ridiculous to even try and compare them.
I feel it. Yeah. If I take Black Panther 2 out of the equation, yeah, I'm right there. I feel it. Absolutely. It was very not good. So, in my opinion, I didn't like it at all. Yeah, I feel that. I fuck with that. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Coogler, salute to you, man. Salute to you too, Michael B. Jordan. You definitely improved my perception of you as an actor. Definitely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what he do next, for sure. Shit. We fucking did it. We'll take it around the cipher real quick, 30 seconds to a minute on anything we talked about tonight, anything you want to tell the people. Monster, we'll go with you first.
Again, same as last week, keep your white ass inside, even if you're pale. I'm
so pale.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, go check out the new Mobb Deep album. Man, keep your ear to Maas Appeal, because there's something happening that hopefully y'all ain't missing. And yeah, I'm gonna go talk to my lady, see if I can get some of that hand sanitizer, make a night of it.
Shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
Look at the Monster Volume 1, Gravitas.
Oh yeah, my album's out.
7 in the morning. Yeah. All three of those fire albums. Few and far between, coming soon. There's more birthdays coming up. No Scorpio season's coming, so my birthday's coming up. Also, my anniversary, shout out to my lady, is coming up on the 29th. We're gonna be doing something, lady. Get some hand sanitizer from Monster if you can. Lots of that.
Oh Jesus.
And if you haven't seen Sinners, don't be like me. Don't be a putz. Go out there and watch it. It's a great movie. Look for all the references and stuff like that. If you didn't know anything about the 1930s and that gap of history, there was a lot of crazy crap that happened in that time frame, and Coogler nailed it with what we were doing, at least on a small scale. Bootlegging back and forth to the south and north was a major thing, and juke joints were the spot. Similar to now, which I really dug that whole montage sequence showing the future and the past, but we didn't talk about that. We'll get to that later. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that movie that was really good.
Oh yeah, smoke that, man. Smoke that. As a matter of fact, like I think we should do maybe do an episode and kind of dedicated to film at some point. Because like sometimes I think that we could go further in regard to some of the comments. Like I like even in just talking about Sinners, you know what I'm saying, it opens the door to so many other things just because of some of the things that took place in that movie. And then it's like, okay, that kind of ties into maybe something I've seen here that was done in this place, you know, by this director. So yeah, we'll get there, most definitely. Check out Mobb Deep. Please listen to Mobb Deep. As Maas said, stay tuned in the Maas Appeal. They got a lot of fire coming out the cannon over there. Soda Sound Chamber. While you bullshitting. Gravitas Out Now. Book of the Monster Volume 1 out now. Son of the Morning out now. Few and far between on the way. I got some more music coming later this year. Might be 2 more projects before the end of the year. We'll see. It's okay, so probably. Oh, North Carolina. I'll be seeing y'all Friday night in Greensboro. All right. I feel really bad that I don't remember this shit. That's why I'm glad they got GPS, but I'm telling you, I'll be in serious trouble. I'll be in serious trouble, buddy.
That one I don't remember off the top.
Oh, yeah, it's at the back table. My apologies. At the back table, that's 816 South Elm Street in Greensboro. At the session, salute to Eddie Ruger for booking me. Also on the bill is our family, FAMU, and my brother Apostle AP. Yeah, it's gonna be fun times, man, fun times. Looking forward to it. Yeah, make sure y'all get that W in w.gg. Place those orders. Pantha Politix, get 10% off your order. Of course, don't forget. We got a lot of dope shit coming down the pipeline, man. Lock in with All Purpose Podcast every Monday night live, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. We talk that real shit about sports, you know what I'm saying? Talk about a lot of the shit that a lot of these media, major media outlets just skip over. And of course, a lot of new shit coming down the pipeline too. You'll see. Got a lot of good shit cooking, man, on everything. Whether you're checking us out on Rumble, YouTube, on any of the streaming services, make sure you give us that 5-star rating. Drop a comment, leave a review. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know what you want to hear. We might listen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Man, perhaps. Man, fuck out of here, y'all. Peace.
I'm flyer than everybody.